Okay, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So before I get into this review, I just wanted to talk about my last video that probably just went up this morning, which is Sunday morning. And what I wanted to say is, I know I talked about destination wax and candles from the keeping room, and I feel like I talked not about them in like a super bad way, but I feel like it was more of just like, I didn't want to talk about Carol because she's like one of the sweetest wax vendors out there. It's just, for me personally, I don't catch her restocks often enough, and I just never seem to like, I don't know, I just don't ever seem to be in the groups when she's restocking or whatever. I just miss them. And a lot of my friends too, this has a lot to do with people who like will text me and tell me about restocks. A lot of people text me and remind me of like Sassy Girl Aroma restocks or VCS restocks, Rosegirls, Super Tarts. So I'm like more aware of those restocks than I am some of the other people. And Destination Wax, her customer service is great. I've never had an issue. I really like her wax. You know, even though some of them I get like a more of a medium throw or whatever, but I mean, I would order from Destination Wax, no problem. I didn't want to sound like I was like downing Destination Wax whatsoever. So yeah, those companies that I talked about in my last video, I don't have a problem with really any of them. If I have a horrible customer service incident, you know, like I just probably won't order from them again. But sorry, I really like, I can only think of one company that I had a bad experience with, and even the owner made it correct, and I know a lot of people like her company, so whatever. Let's go ahead and get into the warm review for Tiffany candles. And I also have just a few Rosegirls things thrown in here as well that I warmed through. So this is really hard for me because you guys know I love Tiffany candles, and I'm just gonna be honest. I feel like a lot of her stuff that has thrown well for me in the past is not doing that great. I don't know what my deal is. I warm in the same warmers that I warm everything else in, and honestly, like I mean, I even tried the thing of like walking out of the room and then walking back in the room, like kind of cleansing my palette a little bit, and then, you know, trying to come back in to see if I could smell something, but I just wasn't getting like a really strong throw like I usually do. I don't know. I warm exactly the same that I do with everybody else. Like, I'm not chintzy with my wax whatsoever. I don't overdo it and I don't underdo it, at least for my house that I find. So I even tried cutting down what I warmed to see if less was more, and then I also tried doubling up to see if more was more, and neither things worked. And then just going with my regular way wasn't working either. So I don't know. Now there's some that did okay, and we'll get into that. So the first two things that I did is I did a combination of blood orange and fizzy pops. And what I do when I do these were both Teddy Tart, or no, I had Teddy Tarts and then her scallop tarts. And what I did is I cut them in half, and then I put each half into a warmer. And I did that I did that 2 different times in my kitchen. So this one went really good, and you'd expect fizzy pops and blood orange to do that anyways. Like any sort of combination like this, you would expect to be a strong thrower. And so blood orange, if you don't know, it's kind of like not as sweet as like a regular orange. It's kind of got a little bit more of a bitter note to it. It's a little bit more, how do you say this? No, not complex. It's just a little bit more, what am I trying to say? I don't know. I'm just trying to say it's not as sweet or sugary as like a regular orange would be. It's a little bit dark. I want to say darker is the word I'm saying. Maybe because the inside of a blood orange is like, it's red, so it is really darker. But what I mean, like, I mean it more in like a scent kind of way. I don't know. Anyways, let's just get on with it. So this was actually really good. I don't really like some blood orange scents, but this was Fizzy Pops was really good. The only thing is, like, after 3 hours, I was having a hard time smelling it, which, you know, a lot of my wax, I say I burn like 3 or 4 hours, but a lot of it I turn off before it's even done. These were done at 3 hours. Like, I was having trouble smelling them or whatever, and that's not a very long like performance time. Like I said, usually with other vendors, you know, I mean, if I let them actually like warm and like burn out, it would probably be like a good 5 to 6 hours for most vendors. Like, that's all I would really expect anyways. But like these, I would put them in, I'd be like, God, like I'm not smelling anything. Now this one is interesting. So I warmed this one. What I did is I actually warmed this one with a saltwater taffy. I love fluffy marshmallow, so I put one of the scallop tarts in by itself, like in its own warmer, and then I mixed the saltwater taffy with the fluffy marshmallow. The fluffy marshmallow, her fluffy marshmallow is really good, and it actually was stronger than the saltwater taffy, which is odd because I warmed another saltwater taffy this week, and I think it threw strong for me, or it was pretty decent. So the fluffy marshmallow was definitely the star of the show. Her fluffy marshmallow is really good, and sweet saltwater taffy is just, you know, how you would expect it. But I definitely got more of the fluffy marshmallow. And I went and grabbed a scoopable. I didn't put it in my melting basket, but I pulled it out and I've got it chopped up ready to use with some other things that, like, I'm just kind of over like fruity things, and so I've been mixing with fluffy marshmallow because I love that scent. So, okay, Sex Bomb type, which you guys know is from Lush, and I think it's like jasmine and ylang ylang. I'm trying to think what else is in there. I know there's more, but it's Sex Bomb. If you guys know Sex Bomb, you know what it is. Kind of like a floral, but it's not heavy floral to me. So I put light to no throw in living room. So I did 2 Teddy Tarts in both of my warmers in here. And then I just did 1 in the bathroom. Now in the bathroom, I have a 20-watt warmer in there. So it's gonna throw. Like if something doesn't throw in there, then that's really bad. But the Sex Bomb did throw in the bathroom in the 20-watt warmer. But I don't usually keep a 20-watt warmer in there. I just put one in there because I was tired of the Scentsy plug-in. So there's that. I don't know. I don't know if I just need to warm her exclusively like in the bathroom now or what. And I use 3 Teddy Tarts. You guys know I use 3 Teddy Tarts in each of my warmers in the kitchen. Like that's just the way I've always done it. I do that with every vendor. I put a little bit in each warmer, and with hers I do the full Teddy Tart. So I did Clementine Lavender, which I do not like lavender most of the time, but with Clementine it was really nice. I liked this lavender quite a bit. I put nice lavender, medium high, then no throw at 2 hours. So I was smelling this really good at first, and then I was kind of in the kitchen kind of cleaning, and then I remember I walked out for a little bit, and then I came back and I was like, what the hell? Like I couldn't smell anything. And either that or the other thing with this too, with Tiffany, with Tiffany's this week, was I was getting like little like shots of scent. You know, like I would walk in and I couldn't smell anything, and then I'd just get like a little whiff of something, and I'd be like, what the hell's going on here? It was like the weirdest week ever. It didn't have anything to do with the air conditioning because we've been running the air conditioning the same temperature that we've had it all summer, and I haven't had any other problem like this. So I don't know what's going on. This one I started out the week with, so I thought I was going to have a great week because this one did really well. This is Winterfall, and I would highly recommend this to anyone. This was really good. This was vanilla with hints of peppermint. To me, it was a strong, soft peppermint. So it was peppermint, but it wasn't so strong that it was like in your face type of like strong peppermint. It was toned down with the vanilla, and it was so good. It was kind of reminding me a little bit of Vintage Chic, To Catch a Thief, or is it... Oh, this music gets me every time I'm watching the Harry Potter marathon. If you guys don't know, USA has it on today. And of course you guys know I have the DVDs, but I still watch it every time it comes on TV. But every time they play that certain music, I just, like my heart, just like, the music is so inspiring and like it makes you feel, you know. All right, back to the thing. Okay, Passion Melon was a surprise. You guys know, well, not, I keep saying you guys know, but you guys maybe don't know. I don't love melon scents. I hate honeydew and wax. Oh, makes me want to barf. What else? Watermelon. Usually I do not like. Just any melon. No. Watermelon. I just said watermelon. I don't know what I was thinking. Okay, Passion Melon though is a completely different story. I think it's more fruity. I don't know what it was about this one, but this one was great. This one I put strong. I just put strong, and I put only melon scent I've ever liked. So that's a win for me. I don't remember how long this threw. I feel like this one threw longer than the other ones because I feel like I had this one going for quite a while because I was really enjoying it. I really liked it. Circus Concession, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it. I put cotton candy, caramelized apples, funnel cakes, that's a scent note. And then I put strong at 2 hours and then faded. So again, another one that, yeah, only lasted 2 hours. So this one was good though. I don't like funnel cakes, so I wasn't sure how I was gonna feel about this one, but I don't want to make a lot of crinkling noises. I'm just gonna try to smell in there for a minute. Yeah, I feel like funnel cakes was definitely not dominant in this. I feel like it was more of like the apple, but it's definitely not just a straight caramel apple either. So that one was nice, but it didn't last very long. Okay, so rose jam, which is usually a pretty strong scent for most people. This one was probably, I put a medium strong. So I did 2 of these. Now again, I did 2 of these in my living room, and then I did 1 in the bathroom. Oh no, I only had 2 left. So I just did 2 in the living room. And again, I was kind of getting like shots of scent. And yeah, it was all very odd. I was just like, what's going on here? So I don't know. Okay, so I did do a saltwater taffy by itself. Saltwater taffy on its own was a strong, steady throw. I didn't put how many hours on it, but I feel like that one did okay. Now I know when I mix the fluffy marshmallow with saltwater taffy, I know that it's going to tone down the saltwater taffy note. So, but sometimes when you mix with like fluffy marshmallow or like cotton candy, it just adds or enhances the scent, or it like tones it down a little bit. So I do realize that. Okay, Ocean Overlook, I don't have a scent description for, but this one surprised me. On cold, when I smelled it in the bag, it smelled very much like a salty sea air, like a sweet ocean salty sea air type of scent. But when I warmed it, it had a green note in it. So I put strong, it was a strong throw, but I lost track of time on how long it lasted. But this one, yeah, this one was really nice, but it did have that green note in there, and that kind of surprised me, so I didn't love that one. I also, this is a mess. I had to try to get through my Salty Sea Air sampler because I've had that almost 2 years. I got that I had to go back and look through my hauls. I got this in 2016. So I was like trying to go back and figure out, because you know her labels used to fade. She's fixed that now, but so I had to go and try to guess. I don't know if I guessed right except for these 2 right here. I know for sure I did correctly, but this one I just don't know. So Salty Sea Air and lemon. The lemon wasn't very strong in here. I put medium throw, but kept getting random whiffs. Again, with this one, the lemon wasn't very strong in here. The funny thing about the Salty Sea Air sampler is when I was warming it, it was mostly Salty Sea Air, and I feel like the lemon like died off in here since it's so old. Well, not that old, but I don't know. And this may not even be lemon. I may be completely wrong. I think it was the only yellow one in the Salty Sea Air sampler, so I think I'm right. I don't know. When I watched back the review though, I said the lemon was tart when I cold reviewed it. So I don't know. I didn't get any like lemon scent out of that whatsoever. And then this Salty Sea Air lavender, I think it was the only purple one in the Salty Sea Air sampler. So I pretty much knew that. This one I put herbal strong and at 3 hours faded. So this one, I don't like herbal lavender, but with Salty Sea Air it was pretty good. Yeah, it wasn't my favorite. And of course it was like the strongest. Well, not the strongest, but it was pretty strong. Okay, the next one I have, and I don't even know if this one was right either. This is Salty Sea Air Strawberry. I don't know. I wasn't impressed with this one. I think just because I couldn't really smell it that well again either. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the strawberry one, but I don't know. There was like 3 red ones that I couldn't quite identify because like I said, I feel like it was mostly Salty Sea Air dominant. I don't know. The other one, I bought this from a D-stash, like a create your own. This is Rosegirls, Angels Among Us. It was a slice, I think, a pie slice. This is strawberry shortcake, blackberry jam butter cookies, saltwater taffy. I'm going to be honest and say I'm going to say I didn't like love this one. I love Americana smoothies so much more, and I feel like it's much stronger. I feel like this one was just not as strong as I would have liked it to be. I feel like Americana smoothie is like the perfect strength, and I just feel like it does better. It's got some of the same things. It's blackberry jam, butter cookie, marshmallow smoothie, and I don't know, something else. But anyways, yeah, that one was not like a love for me. It was good. I mean, I wouldn't, overlook it again. I mean, I might order a little piece of it or something. I don't know. So this one, pink peppermint and fairy fresh. Now, I feel like the bags did a little bit better for me. But I didn't, well, I warmed a few in the living room. That's what I tend to do, is I like I wanted to get these throughout the entire house, but I just didn't end up doing that. So this one in the living room, I have for the rest of the bag. I'm gonna put this back in my melting basket and keep melting through it. So you will get a better review in the long run. But I think the first time I melted this one was actually pretty strong. Pink Peppermint is a great scent from Tiffany. And the Fairy Fresh, I think, is Snow Fairy. You could smell that Snow Fairy in the Pink Peppermint, and it was really a very pretty scent. I did enjoy this. It's pumpkins, so yeah. It's not one that I feel like I need to repurchase again, because one scent I don't love like that much in wax. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Whoops, is Snow Fairy. It's just not one of my favorites. It's kind of like a bubblegum sweet scent, and that's not really my thing. The other one I have is a Calacas Sparkling Limoncello Salty Sea Air with Clean Cotton Overpour. I did this in the bathroom this morning, and it did pretty good. I mostly got the clean cotton, which is odd. There's a lot of like citrus going on in there, but I could smell most of the clean cotton. So I don't know. I'm gonna try this one again. Like I said, I have a whole bag of it, so I'll have a better review for you. But yeah, so far I wasn't super impressed with that one. Next one, this is a great one. Salty Sea Air, White Sage, and Sea Salt. So this is heavy on the sea salt, and then the white sage. If you've never had a white sage scent, I would highly recommend it if you like clean and fresh type of scents. Now, I don't seem to like the regular sage scents. Like, I don't know what, I think I talked about this in another video. I was trying to describe what regular sage smelled like. It's more heavy and like earthy, I think, but white sage is more, it's more like a clean and a sharper note, fresh. Mixed with that sea salt is amazing. So this one is really good, and one that I will continue warming and enjoy and keep reporting back. I'm sure I'll say the same thing in my next review, but this other one, this Rosemary Mint with Vanilla Lace Overpour, this one did really well. Yeah, this one did really well. Can I speak this morning? Oh my goodness. This one did great. I love Tiffany's Rosemary Mint. It's one of my favorites, and mixed with Vanilla Lace, it is amazing. It's really good. This one, I'm trying to remember where I warmed it, and I don't really remember. I just remember it did pretty well. Everyone in the house really likes Rosemary Mint, so that one will always be kind of a repurchase for me. I know I have some of her Rosemary Mint and Teddy Tarts. I think I'm having trouble with her Teddy Tarts. I don't feel like my Teddy Tarts are super old either. Like, I feel like they're maybe at like a year mark, but I don't know. I just don't know. Okay, Salty Sea Air with Sex Bomb. Let's see, I'm trying to remember, where did I warm this? Well, I don't know. I have more in the bag, so I'll just come back with a review on this one, because like I said, I'm going to put this back in the melting box, melting basket, whatever. This one was pretty good though. I need to watch that Sex Bomb to see if it's her oil or not, because that was the one that I didn't get like a great throw from, so I'll report back on that. Okay, the other one that I have, and I still have one Teddy Tart left. This is Calacas from Lush. It's a Lush type. It's like a lime sweet tart type of scent. Really, really good. So I'm gonna probably end up mixing this with Fluffy Marshmallow, because I'm just kind of over like fruity type scents, and I have a lot of fruity. Also, this one was super disappointing. So I had another snowflake. I have a second one. I'm gonna put this back in my melting basket and try it again. This is Donut Shop and Sugar Cookie Dough. Now her Donut Shop is like one of my, well, I don't know if it's one of my favorite scents. I haven't warmed it enough to like clarify that or make that assumption. But this I got like no throw from whatsoever. And Donut Shop is usually a pretty strong scent. I mean, I can smell it in here. So I don't know what's going on with that. I'll get the scent description for Donut Shop, because I do plan on warming this one again in my melting basket. Okay, and then last I have for the week, I warmed Florida Key Lime Cupcakes with cream cheese frosting peep cakes from Rosegirls. This one, I was impressed, and then I wasn't impressed. It was light. Like, I could smell it, but it was lighter than what I wanted it to be. I could smell that lime, and then I could smell the bakery and like the sweetness of like the cream cheese and the frosting peeps cake. But yeah, it smells great in the bag, and I really liked it on warm, but it just wasn't the strength that I wanted. Like, now you wouldn't want this scent to be super duper strong, but I just feel like it wasn't a nice like throw. Like, I had to search for the scent in the room. Like, I had to really like focus and be like, okay, sniff. Go cleanse your palate, come back in, and then sniff. It's not like one of those that you walk in the house and you're like, oh, this is great. So yeah, so for that reason, I probably wouldn't repurchase this one, even though it's a really nice scent. I don't know. I'm going to maybe try a little bit less. I know some people say less is more with Rosegirls. I didn't go overboard though either on this one. So I don't know, but I'm going to try, like, I think I'm going to try like just one of these cubes, these squares in each warmer. Usually I do a square and a half, I think is what I did, which I think would equate out to 2 like cubes of like a clamshell. That's how I try to think. I try to think like when I do in my kitchen, if I'm doing a clamshell, I'll do 2 cubes in one warmer and then 1 cube in each of my other warmers. So a total of 4 cubes. Unless it's I know it's a really strong scent, I'll just do 3. Let's see, how do I do that? If there's 6 cubes, I do 4 in the kitchen, and then and then I'll do 3 in the living room. So I'll do 2 cubes in one warmer and then 1 cube in another warmer. So I don't know. I'll try this one again and report back. So overall, it was kind of a disappointing week. I did find some good ones, a few good ones, but yeah, it definitely was a struggle this week. I was just like, this is rough. Like, I don't know what's going on, but this is rough. So I'm going to be doing my melting basket next, and I'll explain like what I'm going to be doing for a couple of months going forward. So yeah, so I don't know. Okay, we'll just get into that video in a minute, but I will be back. Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you guys have any opinions on Tiffany, I know she's been changing things around over on her site, but I mean, I assume that she still has her Teddy Tarts, so I've never had issues with her Teddy Tarts though. I don't know, like, help. I love Tiffany, so I need to figure this out. Help me. I feel like oh gosh, the lady in Bridesmaids is like, help me, I'm poor. Okay, anyway, see you guys next time. Bye.